Hey everyone, it's Aaron's. I'm laughing because it's been a minute since I've said that, and now that I'm saying it, it sounds like really funny. So, while we're anticipating the upcoming Pokemon Sword and Shield games, I thought we would take a look at some of the previous titles and some of the Pokemon from the previous titles. More specifically, Pokemon designs that I absolutely cannot stand. So over the years, we've received, of course, 7 mainline Pokemon generations, and in those generations we are introduced to a plethora of new mons. And normally, in a 4 out of 5 basis, I would say that Game Freak, or the Pokemon Company, do an incredible job at delivering amazing Pokemon eye candy to us. And by that I mean really good Pokemon designs. However, sometimes there are some designs that I do not like. Before I get into this list, do not feel personally attacked, because if you like these Pokemon and they would be on your top 5 favorite Pokemon designs, I'm sorry, this is just my opinion. Don't think that I'm hating on these Pokemon. I still love all Pokemon, I think they're incredible, but these 10 Pokemon, their designs are just kind of they don't resonate with me very well. And then heads up, this is the Pokemon's design. This has nothing to do with colors and has nothing to do with shiny variants. It is strictly just the way that the Pokemon appears to us. And it could be a combination of things like the design and the color that I don't like, but I'm just focusing on the design itself. How they are drawn, how they are structured. If this was a black and white photo, would I like this Pokemon? No. Also, before I get into this list, all of these Pokemon that I list, I don't like the entire evolutionary line. It's just, for whatever reason, I don't. Unless I say that I do, but I think that I picked them all because their entire evolutionary line I just cannot get into, if that makes sense. So starting off at the top of the list is probably in everybody's least favorite Pokemon, because when this Pokemon came out, a lot of people were complaining about its design, and that is Klefki. I don't necessarily hate this Pokemon, I just think that the idea of running around with the set of living keys is kind of scary. And the fact that this Pokemon has this really creepy, keyhole face makes it even scarier. And I'm sorry, I can't take it seriously. Every time I see this Pokemon, every time I fight this Pokemon, every time this Pokemon comes up in conversation, I can't help but laugh because it is the most outrageous Pokemon design idea that I think they could have ever come up with. So coming in at number 9. I'm sorry, I know there are some people out there that really love this Pokemon and its evolution Kricketune, but I cannot stand them. I think that this Pokemon is really awkward looking. It's never really... I can't even come up with a good way to explain how much I hate this Pokemon's design, because there's not one specific thing that I don't like. The overall design is just not... This isn't my Pokemon. So, coming in at number 8 is Crabrawler. Crabrawler, as well as their evolution, it's just, I'm not a huge fan of crab Pokemon anyway. The only reason I even like Krabby's design is because Krabby came into my life when I was so young that now when I look back at that Pokemon, it's nostalgic, and I don't think anything weird about the design because I don't know, I didn't grow into having such a crazy opinion about Pokemon designs because they were all so fascinating to me. But Crabrawler, this Pokemon just looks really awkward. He's got these pointy things coming out of his head, and his eyes are all beat up, and his hands are or his claws are boxing gloves. It's a really smart design, I just don't like the way it looks. It's awkward looking. If I saw this Pokemon on the beach, I'd be petrified. Coming in at number 7 is Ambipom. So I already didn't really like the first stage of this evolution, but this Pokemon just looks terrible. It looks like a little kid in a monkey suit with flower hands. I'm sorry, I didn't know how else to explain that. I mean, look at those things. They're like balloons. And the fact that this Pokemon's typing is just normal is really boring to me. I'm not a huge fan of normal Pokemon for the most part. There are some really cool ones, and then there are some really cool dual type normal Pokemon that I really like, but this Pokemon's typing and its design it's always turned me off. I've never really cared to have this Pokemon, besides for collection purposes. The next Pokemon on my list is Girder. I hate all 3 of this Pokemon's evolution. This one in particular is my least favorite out of the 3. Because at least the final evolutionary kind of has this aggressive kind of look. Like, if I saw that in real life, I'd be like, oh my god, he's gonna beat my ass. But the second one just looks ridiculous. He's got like this button clown nose and like this weird hair thing going on. I don't know what the heck they were going for. It's a Pokemon that, like, there are a lot of fighting types that are supposed to be like humanoid. This one just looks really outrageous. It's like a clown, like a really strong clown. I don't know. I can't. I'm sorry. You know, I feel really bad, like, hating on these Pokemon. Like maybe I should have made like a top 10 favorite designs first, because I feel like people are gonna be like, whoa, why the hate? I don't care. This may be my one video that gets like a crap ton of dislikes. I don't know, I don't care. So the next Pokemon on my list is Barbaracle. And I don't like the previous evolutionary either. I think that this Pokemon looks stupid. It's like, it's got all these hands with eyeballs on them, and I don't know. It looks like a Pokemon that we'd find on the beach, just like, ugh. I don't even know what to say about it. His face is a hand. Literally, a hand. And he's made of, like, rock formations. Like, trying to explain it to somebody, it sounds even more ridiculous. And that's why I think it made the game. The producers or the creators were probably looking at it like yay or nay, and they were like, you know what? This is hilarious. Let's just keep it in. This Pokemon, can you explain this to a 10-year-old? No? Perfect. Keep it in the game. You know, it's like, it's a truly unique design. I think it's like, it's probably one of the more unique Pokemon designs. But it doesn't like shout Pokemon. Like if a non-Pokemon fan saw this Pokemon, they probably wouldn't like associate it with Pokemon. They'd probably just be like, what the f is that, you know? So next up is Bruxish. I really hope I'm saying that right. I don't like this Pokemon. I don't. I'm not a huge fan of fish Pokemon as it is, except for Horsey. Horsey's adorable. And Kingdra. Kingdra's adorable too. But they're not fishes. They're like seahorses. I don't know why I just said that. I don't know why it's still in the video. Why didn't you edit this out? But anyway, this Pokemon is hideous. It honestly looks like, I mean, I think it's based off from a real fish. And after I get done editing this video, I'm going to be kicking myself because I'm going to go research it later on. It's going to hit me later this week. And I wish I could have found a photo and added it to this video, but I'm pretty sure it's based off a real fish, and I didn't like the real fish either. It looks like, it's like a fish drag queen Pokemon, but like, not even in a good way. It's like if your straight friend decided to do drag one day and you were just like, honey, no. Alright, we're getting into the top 3. So originally when I was making this video, I thought I would do like an honorable mention section before this part, but I started coming to the conclusion that all of these Pokemon that I try to avoid and don't catch, it's not because I don't like their designs, it's because I'm more of a competitive player and they didn't really do anything for me. So I'm looking at all the Pokemon that, like, I made a huge list of Pokemon that I just avoid when I'm playing the games. And I started looking at them and I'm like, you know what, they're not ugly. So then I tossed the idea of an honorable mention out the window. But I do have to say, coming in at number 3 is probably even in its shiny form, I cannot stand. I do not like this Pokemon, never have. And I'm not sure if it's because when Gen 3 came out, there was a crap ton of them in one route and I was just running into them. That was like the Zubats in Gen 1. I still can't figure out why I hate this Pokemon. I just do not like the design at all, and I do not like the evolutionary either. And that is Zigzagoon. It's awful. It's like a ferret, but it's like a spiky ferret, like it looks like a dog with like a bad haircut, or like outside when it's too humid. I don't know. I've never been able to quite put my finger on why I do not like this design of this Pokemon. I just don't like it at all. It's hideous. Hideous. Coming in at number 2 is Vullaby and Mandibuzz. These two Pokemon are awful. I hate the names, I hate the designs, I don't like Vultures as it is, but like to take Vultures and convert them to a cartoon that looks really close to like the Vultures in the Jungle Book, and then like making it like a girl, like giving it overly exaggerated female features. Who decided that this Pokemon was going to be in the game? I don't know, I don't like the pink, and I don't like how the Vullaby looks like this egg-shaped thing, and like honestly, and I think about it this way: if I saw these designs, these Pokemon in real life, how would I react to them? And like, they honestly scare me. Like, if I saw this Pokemon in real life, I would be petrified. Like, flying above me, I'd be like, please don't come down and eat me. Like, no thanks. I don't need this in my life. I just can't like this Pokemon. When Gen 5 came out and I found this Pokemon in the wild, I literally spit my gum out and was like, what is this? So, before we get into number 1, if you liked this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you want more videos like this, go ahead and hit subscribe. Let me know in the comments below if you want more videos like this, more like top 10 whatevers. And let me know if there were some Pokemon that you cannot stand the designs of that I missed on this list. So getting right into it. Number 1. If you haven't already figured it out from watching my streams and me talking so much crap about this Pokemon, it is Bidoof. Or Bidoof, or however people say it. I've heard it said a million different ways. This one and Babarrel, I think it's like the worst combination ever. Like, these two Pokemon's designs, they look so terrible. I don't know why. I do know why. Beavers and otters in real life, they're really cute animals. They're like in my top 20 favorite animals on this planet. Turning them into a Pokemon should have been very easy. No, we get this weird looking chipmunk beaver, and then his evolution that looks more like a beaver, but it's like, I don't know, it kind of, I can't even like describe it. Like, Babarrel has like anthropomorphic features, like he's like kind of human in that cartoony like sitting up kind of way and interacting kind of way. Like, and then he's got like this derp face with this little button red nose, and I can't. I hate this Pokemon. Absolutely hate this Pokemon. Like, all the other ones on the list, it's marginal. Their designs are just kind of like whatever. But Bidoof is like, I mean, his name says it all. Like, I just, look at him. Oh my god. Like, I feel terrible for this Pokemon. Like, poor thing. And if this is your favorite Pokemon, I'm sorry. Don't hate me too much. I mean, feel free to unsubscribe and all that, but like, wow. Have you ever met anybody who likes this Pokemon? Like, I'm just curious, because I don't think I have. So, that's it. Do you agree with my list? Let me know. Go ahead to hit subscribe if you are new here, and ring that bell to get notifications, because I may be going live fairly soon. Take care, everybody. Now I am